In this short 7-minute clip from our Small Business Growth Formula webinar, I break marketing down into 4 simple building blocks. So if your marketing right now feels like a bunch of disconnected tactics, then this short clip will help give you some clarity as far as a structure to work from. So check out the video and see which pillar might be holding you back, and also maybe which pillar might improve your results. Okay, and then the second key concept is going to be the 4 pillars framework. So these are the 4 pillars. We've got traffic, conversion, tracking, and customer value. All right, and so pillar number 1, traffic. Obviously, you need traffic to generate leads and sales, but it's often not the biggest leverage point to driving more sales. So, if you're just starting out, you want to lay the foundation with making sure that your website is set up to actually convert that traffic, and that you have tracking set up so you can see how people are engaging with your site. But traffic is really important. Pillar number 2, conversion. So this is the real goal. We want to get leads and sales. So, it's really important when someone visits your site, they actually know where to go, where we're trying to direct them, as opposed to a situation where they visit your site. Maybe a primary conversion goal for you is to call your business, but your phone number is only on the contact page and people have to scroll down to see it. So in that case, we're putting friction, we're putting roadblocks in the way of our potential customer and actually contacting our business and converting on our site. So really important to make sure that your website or landing page is set up to convert traffic. If you're already generating traffic, improving conversions can often be a bigger leverage point. So if you just make a few edits on your site that result in doubling your conversion rate, then you can effectively double your sales by doing that without any additional traffic. So this is it's a pretty powerful and often not considered enough, I think. All right, pillar number 3, tracking. So you can't, and proper tracking is going to show you what's working and what needs to be improved so you can reallocate your budget and maximize return on investment. Tracking is especially crucial for things like ad campaigns where you're spending money to invest in traffic. If you're not tracking those results, if and especially if these ad platforms, these algorithms don't know what a conversion looks like, then they're not going to be able to optimize for more conversions because they don't have any existing conversion data. So tracking is kind of an essential before running ads, especially. And then pillar number 4, customer value. So higher customer value means you can invest more to acquire a new customer, and you can pursue a more aggressive growth goal and marketing budget. So having a higher average order value is going to open up more doors for you. So a few ways you could do that. You could just try increasing fees. So for example, by 10%, if that didn't cause people not to purchase. You could also offer some upsells to your products or services. So for example, my wife and I, we just adopted 2 kittens recently. And we got this thing called the litter robot. It's like an automatic litter, self-cleaning litter box. And on their site, when you're making purchases, there's like 20 different upsells they're trying to get you to do. Get the plastic shield that snaps on, or a little ramp that goes on the front of it. And so by offering these, kind of add-ons to the product that they know I'm purchasing, they're able to increase their average order value quite considerably, I think. And then lastly, cross-sell products or services. So if let's say I went to the dentist and I'm like, okay, I want to get a teeth cleaning, and they say, oh well, I see you're getting a teeth cleaning. We're also offering discounted teeth whitening services. So if you want to tack that on, we can offer it at a discount. And if you did decide to get your teeth whitened later, they should really be cleaned first anyway. So in this case, you're kind of saving money. May as well get your teeth whitened since you're already getting them cleaned. So in this case, they would be offering like cross-selling me to an additional kind of related service and increasing customer value as a result. And typically businesses with the highest customer value are going to dominate the market. In terms of what that looks like from an advertising perspective, in the case of Google Ads search campaigns, which is one of the most common places that a small business is going to start with in terms of advertising, just because it's going to do the best job of getting in front of the most relevant traffic, lowest in the funnel. So people who are actively looking for what your business has to offer. And unfortunately, costs per click can get pretty expensive in Google Ads. And if you've got two businesses, one has a much higher customer value than the other, then in terms of Google Ads, if it's $5 a click and you have a 2% conversion rate on your site, then it's going to take 50 clicks for you to get a new customer, $250. So if your customer value isn't at least $250, then you're effectively paying more to acquire that sale than the sale is worth, as opposed to a business that has let's say a $500 average order value. They're fine to spend $250 to acquire a sale because they know that sale is worth $500. But if the other business, that sale is only worth $200, then they can't make Google Ads work, which means they're completely missing out on the visibility that Google Ads would provide them with. So customer value is another really powerful element. So question for you, what is your typical customer worth, and how much can you afford to acquire a new customer?